Hello, world. Um, we was talking about how things are law and what makes things law. In the world, they use laws to govern life situations. Like if you steal, you will get prosecuted. If you take something from somebody and get caught, this is the consequences. It is law. The stealing, the taking, these are just go past the run a red light. That is law. You broke the law. These are laws of the world that govern this system for us to operate in. Okay, let's go to the laws of the universe that is working regardless whether you like it or not. It is happening. The first law that governs the rest of the laws is the law of mentalism. The universe is mental, the all is mind. The universe is mental, the all is mind. You mean to tell me this is the first law, that everything starts in the mind? That so far I think it and see it in my mind's eye, so therefore it could be. It is a mental construct. It is a mental game. It is not physical in a sense. Everything is mental. First, it's like you see it twice. You see it in your mind's eye, then you see it in your physical existence. But you see it twice. It is the law of mentalism. The universe is mental. The all is mind. Everything starts the creation from the mental until you see it in the physical. Then you have the law of correspondence. That is the one we was talking about. So above, so below. So within, so without. The macro is just like the micro. What's happening on the low is happening on the high. In so many words, what's happening way up here is happening below. And then the so within, so without. What happens inside is going to be definitely presented on the outside. Then there's the vibration law. Nothing rests. Everything is moving. Everything is constantly in motion. The earth, which looks still, is constantly beating, vibrating, as well as this cosmic universe. Everything is in motion. Even something that you don't think is in motion, it is vibrating. Everything vibrates. Everything vibrates to give off a frequency. So that is the law of vibration. Nothing rests. Everything is constantly moving. Everything is vibrating. Then that is law. That is law. Science backs it 100%. Everything is in constant motion in this universe. Whew. Then you have the law of polarity. Everything is dual. Everything has its opposites, like hot and cold, love and hate, good and bad. You know, everything has its opposites. It's a dual universe, night and day, hot and cold. But when you look at it, it's really the same thing, just on a scale. Like love and hate is an emotion. That's what it is. Now, regardless how you put yourself in that emotional field, depends. Like it's love and hate. You can have a lot of love or you can have a lot of hate. You could be polarized to one side. You could live your life all the time thinking about bad things and being mad, and you'll be polarized to that. So then you have the polarity of it, like hot and cold is a temperature. Now, who says which one is the hot and who says it's cold? Like, some people in different countries might find what is cold to us might not be that cold to them. And what is hot to us may not be that hot to them. It's just the difference in perspective. Like, where is the cutoff from light to dark? Because there's some things that can see well in the dark, and then there's some people that can see well in the light. But where's the difference at? Where is that middle, to where it says this is that and this is that? No, it's a polarity. It's like sliding on a scale, like to dim to light, which one you want to be, or like joy and like love and hate. You know, it's polarity. It's the opposites, but the same. The same is the emotion, the same is the temperature, but it's still opposite, but it's still the same, if that makes sense. Then you have the law of rhythm, where it's like a pendulum swing. It's the law of rhythm. So to make that make sense, it's like it is law. Think of the ocean. It's high tide and it's low tide. Sometimes the ocean is eruptive, like it just psh, psh, psh. Then sometimes it's calm. This is just an example. Like, then you have like something like, let's say, a king. Like, he's a king for maybe 20 some years. Eventually he's overtaken or overthrown, and he's not the king. It is a swing. Things that were up don't necessarily stay up. They have a dip. So when it comes to life and you're dealing with the law of rhythm, you know for certain that it's going to be a dip. It's going to be a time where things seems like nothing is working. It's going to be a time where it's like, man, I need to pull back, or I need to chill out for a second, because the things ain't moving the way it is. So if you know that it's a law of rhythm, it's a high and a low tide in life, and it's constantly swinging, you prepare for the dip. You prepare for that low as life moves on. Not in preparation like you're scared, but you're like, I know that it might not just ride like this the whole time. It might dip. So let me be prepared. Let me embrace, let me stack, or do whatever I got to do to, move through the rhythm. Then the cause and effect law. Every cause has an effect. Every effect has its cause. That is really cut and dry. If you see an effect, if you see this world, the effect of this world, know that it was a cause by mental creation that caused the effect. And if you see the effect, you know it was a cause. It's cause and effect. Then the last one is the law of gender. This is the one I really wanted to dip into, because when I see the relationships and the women and the men on the aspects, and I think of the law of gender, I think of it like this. The law of gender states that there is masculine and feminine energy in everything. Now, to make that make sense in a way, you have like your strong creative force. Then you have your soft thinking or creating. But then, you have your strong force that is into the doing, into the growing, into the growth. And then you have this soft side of you that's a creative, that's emotional, sort of like the sun and the moon. The sun is strong with this force and the moon is masculine. And everything And besides the sex part, has this law. It's masculine and feminine energies in these living things. So what I wanted to touch on is I think that that's the reason why the relationships have been sort of out of balance. You know, think about it. If you have a woman that had a baby with the man, and the man, for whatever reason, finds another girl or decides to move on, then that woman is stuck with playing the role of masculine, playing the role of a masculine energy person when she's really more feminine because she's a woman. So throughout time, this keeps going and keeps going. The women keep getting left, the men keep messing around. You know, it's just back and forth thing. Or the women doing something like, I don't like this man for whatever reason. He's not doing enough, but this guy is. And it's going back and forth. So what establishes is women starts possessing a more masculine energy. I can do it by myself. I don't need no man for nothing, you know? Well, that energy right there is projected onto their interaction and relationship. So if a guy meets this same girl that's been going through a lot, like, I don't need no man for shit, I figured it out, I did it for myself, that is that masculine energy facing masculine energy. And it don't match. But I think this is part of the reason how the tables are turned in like relationships, and now men can't fit this masculine energy, this toughness from this woman. They can't, it don't match, especially like in the laws of the universe. Like, you can't have two masculines, you know, but they're not masculine by like nature, they're masculine by conditioning. Like, I got it, I could do it myself type shit. But that has been conditioned throughout time. So you have women that wants a relationship but really don't give a F about the relationship. So these deep underlying emotions and feelings are expressed out. They might not see it, but it's deeper than that. I want a good man. You might want to go inside and see if that is a fit for you, because you might have been in relationships that won't allow you to express this genuine love for that, because you got this deep inside feeling that this nigga gonna be the same, or that dude is gonna be the same, he's gonna leave me, or this, like that. Forget that. I'm gonna continue to be the person I am, because I know for a fact that if it boils down to it, I have to do it by myself. I have to take care of my kids by myself. And I get it. I get it. And it has changed. And it is so much of that. Think about it. Then it spreads. Then somebody else that might, another girl that might not have been might not have been went through what this other person went through, and she starts pushing off her energy onto that one. Her dominant energy is gonna magnetize to this weak frequency in a way like, man, girl, men ain't nothing. They ain't shit. Boy, they just wanna F you and move on. And, you know, and she like, what is going on? What do you mean? The last guy I had was good, but girl, let me tell you. And they push that energy onto that one. And it spreads. Men ain't nothing. Men ain't this. Men ain't that. I get it. There's a lot of men that ain't. And the men are not excluded in a way, because the same thing with that women's feminine energy has switched to masculine. There's a lot of masculine men that has flipped to more feminine energy, or too feminine, or too polarized to the feminine side. It's gotta be that neutrality. Everything I was talking about is like neutral, being in the center of everything. So when when the relationships and all this stuff is talked about, I don't get into it because I kind of get it. I get it. I get it. I get it on an energy frequency level. I get it. It's too many women that has to do it themselves, and they don't feel like after so long they don't need a man. So imagine that thought and that feeling, that deepness is pushed out. And when a guy is genuinely trying to talk to him, they end up missing the good opportunities and end up attracting more of what they're feeling. So it's perpetuation. So let's say a good guy that was like, man, I see this lady, I'm gonna take her of, I'm gonna accept her for who she is and everything, but she has this vibration of this men doing this and doing that. She's gonna push the guy away. He's gonna be like, man, I don't care what she looked like, but that is not it. That is not it. Something is going on with her. She crazy. She think I'm doing this. All this energy into that. So the law of gender has really, my thinking has really caused a great imbalance in relationships. But these are laws. These are laws that's always working. The law of gender is always working. It is fact. You can't pick up nothing in there. The insect is a male and female. All this, but when it is overturned, when it's not balanced, you have not the wrong, but the women that's supposed to be feminine are masculine. Not no strong buff. Well, there are some women that are choosing to be, but I'm saying masculine in energy. We're not talking about physical stuff here. We're talking about masculine energy, this strong force energy, not this soft, loving energy, And there are some women that choose to be that, But I'm saying that I think that's the reason it has got unbalanced, There's too many soft women that have to play the man role or this masculine energy, But, I think we're going to get through it. I think we're going to, people that wake up is going to get through it. Like people that are choosing, the chosen, the ones that choose to see things different, you choosing to see this world different, it's going to work out because we'll be able to distinguish and use discernment on situations like this. But for the most people that's in this 3D world, that's living in this blind, or that are unaware, they're going to be like on a roller coaster with it. They can't figure it out. They don't know why they keep attracting this and pushing away this, and attracting this and pushing away the good, attracting the bad, and But when you think about it, start thinking and seeing people and stuff as energy and frequency. And matter of fact, we are frequency beings. You can give yourself a name. I can have a name, but really, you are frequency. Regardless of your name, Mark, June, Tom, what energy is attracting me to you? Your frequency. So you could be whoever you want to. I know one thing and two things for certain, goddammit. If I don't feel it, Don't worry about it. I'm picking up on your energy, how you thinking, how you moving so deeply. Then you think that like this surface level, like, hey man, what's up, man? I'm this, I'm that. Boy, you full of shit, you know. But I'm saying, but anyways, we was talking about the laws before I hit the gym. Yes, so understanding, and there's more laws of the universe, but understanding these laws are concrete things that really don't care if you believe them or not. That's the thing. So what? You don't believe it, so it's still gonna work. It's still gonna cause something in your experience. So you might wanna, if you know they're always working, you might wanna learn them and use them and understand them so it helps you navigate through this world. The laws of the universe, not the laws of the land, the laws of the universe to help you navigate in this world that you live in. Hello, world.